r/IDontWorkHereLady, Episode 2. Karen doesn't wear a mask, and I make her regret it. So yesterday I was at the store to get some groceries for today's pizza Sunday. Due to coronavirus, you have to wear a mask if you plan to go into any kind of store. But a lot of people just brush it off and try to go inside without one. But in larger stores and markets, the staff stops you and tells you to get a mask and then come back. Like the responsible person I am, I always wear a mask when I go to the store, because the store is close to my house. 90% of the time I do my shopping there. Naturally, I know the few staff members that work there, so while I shop, I also make some small talk with them. I'm guessing this lady saw me a bunch of times in the store and thought I was working there. While I was shopping, she approached me and asked, "Hey kid, where can I find baking soda?" Quote. Naturally I replied, "It should be next to the flour." She said thanks and walked off. 1 minute later though, Karen, "Hey kid, it's not there." Quote. Me, "Okay, what do you want me to do about it?" Karen, "Well, go look in the back. There has to be some. I really need it." Me, "It clicked, miss, I don't work here." Karen, confident as hell, "Of course you do. You're wearing a mask." Note all the staff are wearing synthetic gloves, masks and red shirts with the store logo. And I was wearing my Nike t-shirt and shorts. XD. Me, confused and baffled. Everyone should wear a mask while in a store. It's required by law. I took a look at her again. "Where is your mask? How did you get inside without one?" Quote. I'm guessing there wasn't any staff by the counter, so she just slipped in without anyone noticing. Karen, visibly angry, "What did you say to me, little boy? Where is your manager? I want to talk to him right now." Quote. Me, I sighed. Again, "I don't work here." Karen was fuming now. "I want your manager." Quote. As soon as she said that, I had a light bulb moment. You see, I know the manager. She is a sweet person. Let's call her Jess. But if you get her angry, she is the devil. But me, with a grin on my face, "Okay miss, follow me." We get over to Jess, and before the woman said a word. Me, "Jess, this woman isn't wearing a mask." Jess, "Miss, put your mask on while you're in the store." Quote. Karen, surprised, "I don't have one." Jess, asterisk, was pissed, asterisk, get out. Quote. Karen realized she is getting kicked out of the store, but Jess points her finger at the door. "Now miss." Quote. Karen didn't want to be murdered by Jess, so she ran out of the store. Tears of joy. I just said thanks to Jess and continued with shopping. Edit 1. Spelling edit 2. So. Yay. I used so a lot, cold sweat smile. Edit 3. Okay. This blew you up fast. Thanks to all you guys for the upvotes and support. One love. Heart. I hope this story makes it on r/I'm a really big fan, cold sweat smile. Edit 4. Lots of people think this happened in the US. I'm actually from a small country in southeastern Europe. Because we're a small country with a rapid rise in COVID cases, we have to wear a mask when we go to stores and go out in large groups. This isn't even a store, lady. A few summers ago my family had a garage sale, and my mom decided to put out a set of bed sheets that she didn't want anymore but was still in decent shape. A few hours into the sale, a group of women came by and I saw one of them examining the sheets. She looked them over, then clicked her tongue and turned to me. "Do you have any other sheets?" Not that are for sale, Mom. "But you must have more sheets." "Well, yes, but they're our sheets. We're using them. They're not for sale. Can't you check and make sure there aren't any others?" At this point I had no idea how to respond. She was essentially asking me to check in the back. I've worked customer service and that was very much her attitude. In my own house, I went and got my mom, who was even more confused than I was, but firmly reiterated that yes, these were the only sheets we were selling. And no, this woman could not go through our linen closet and make us an offer. Apparently this made the lady realize she wasn't going to get anywhere. because she shook her head at us, gathered her friends, and left, glaring. No, I'm not a recruit. I'm your son's CO. Happened last year. A single parent mistake humiliates a recruit for half a year. He still gets ragged on because of this. If anyone asks, he's cool with me sharing this story. Cast, op me, near, new recruit, RP, recruit's mother. Story. I was in the training grounds in my workout uniform. DIY fit shirt with police on the back and dark blue cargo pants. Going to hand a recruit his assignment sheet and also welcome him to my department. His name is Jackson and he was selected to join my unit because he showed a lot of potential. Walking into the halls to find him but bumped into his mother instead. Bear in mind I wore something the recruits aren't allowed to wear as they aren't considered as cops. Yet, they still have a chance of being rejected. All parents are informed on the first day what recruits are allowed to wear and what they aren't allowed to wear. This happened 3 months after that day. Conversation ensues. Hey you. Op looking around to make sure she isn't calling someone else. You talking to me? No, I'm talking to the ghost behind you. No shit, I'm talking to you. Op, can I help you? Yes. Tell Jackson I'm looking for him. Op. I'm looking for him too. If I may ask, who are you and how are you allowed back here? Don't give me that tone, young man. I can get you rejected. I know your commander. Bullshit. The commander is in the capital. The people in charge here don't really have ranks and the only one who could deal with me here is the ground master, a personal friend, so, yeah. Op. Whatever, you shouldn't be back here. Now go back to the waiting area before someone escorts you out with a boot. Why I never. I'm going to tell your mom. Stop. What are you doing? I'm trying to teach this recruit some manners. Mom, that's not a recruit. I don't care, he's your friend, he was rude to me. Mom, he's not my friend. Then why are you protect? He's my new CO. Her face turns to a bright shade of red pretty quickly after she understood what she just did. Oh, your new CO. Such a handsome young man. I was just joking about telling the commanding officer, he. Op. Yeah, you're still in violation of the rules. You're not allowed back here unless you have a guide. Oh yes, I'll just leave now, officer. Op Jake, Sergeant Jake. Oh, such handsome name as well. I'm so sorry what she said, sir. I will gladly accept any punishment. Op. Recruit. No one is in trouble, unless someone doesn't keep violating the rules. Here's your paper, Jackson, and welcome to the narcotics unit. I'll be your new advising officer if you accept. Yes, sir. When can I start? Op. If you accept, you'll start on Monday. You'll get your gear once you report into your workstation. Dismissed. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. He and his mother walks out and enjoyed their weekend in the station, got a new story to laugh at. Now he is sitting right next to me watching me write this instead of doing his paperwork. His mother comes into the station once a while and we still have good relations and sometimes rag on her as well. All's well and fun. Stay safe and healthy. May God guide us through this pandemic. No, you cannot fire me. This is a story almost 12 years old. It's not the typical IDWHL story, but I believe it fits in this sub. First, the stage, a private elementary school, the kind a regular family would need to sell a kidney to afford it. Its name is Seeking Knowledge in free translation, but with a little twist can be heard as white knowledge. And it aimed it fair and square. This school has found a place to build, in the middle of quite poor neighborhood, causing all sorts of strange incidents. This is one of those. It starts with Karen, a mother to a 5-year-old son, who live by the school, and she also happens to be Well, African descended, body color and all. She comes one day to register her beloved son, who shall be called Kevin, to this school right across the street. The son is tested, and thought at 5 you can't really tell. He seemed to be a real Kevin, barely ready for school. But this school, the real ready is the parent's wallet. If this is ready, they will make a rocket scientist from any Kevin. But there is the problem. Karen can't afford it. She asks about the scholarship program. Now the school Friends Society does have such programs, but it is for actual genius kids the school feels will give it some fame. Not for any Kevin from the hood. So the question is turned off. No scholarship for you, Karen. Karen still wants her son to be in this school. But without money and no scholarship, what can she do? She decided to detonate the nuke. She played the race card. Crying, she told to the TV reporters how the stone-hearted principal rejected her, only for being black, etc. You get the idea. The story went ballistic. All the local news outlets covered it. It started to get national. News cameras were stationed right on the school gates, trying to catch some photo of the Stoneheart principal and staff. Well, that's why you don't mess with rich people. In less than 30 minutes a lawyer appeared in front of the cameras, accompanied with police. Apparently it's very illegal to picture child RN without permission, and there are few regulations about cameras in school area. All the press photographers were detained and forced to wipe their camera's memory card or be arrested and charged with child abuse. Later they were given an area where they could stand at the entrance to the streets. Any press member equipped with recording devices or camera who entered the street could be arrested and charged. The press people were not happy. They were even less happy to find they did not get a single picture of any of the staff. And they wanted it badly. Especially the principal. She was headed to be crucified. All this commotion went high up to the Ministry of Education, where the local elementary school's superintendent decided she would gain some positive PR by putting this heartless principal in her place. A letter calling the principal to a hearing was sent from the superintendent. Miraculously it was published before it even got to the school, setting an appointment and a hearing before firing for the principal. The media was celebrating. The day of the hearing they set the cameras outside of the superintendent office, hoping to get the defeated principal live. To everybody's surprise, she didn't show up. She did the same and sent a letter to the superintendent and the press, saying the words we all like to hear. "Lady, I don't work here." In final legal terms, she threatened to sue the superintendent for harassment and misconduct, as she tried to flex her authority over something she wasn't supposed to. Now this is also a termination offense, and the principal obviously had some serious lawyers to demand that. The epilogue: no one was fired. A couple of years later the school accepted the Ministry of Education authority and also agreed to accept some percentage of its students under public funding, meaning even poor black Kevin has an opportunity to study there now, if he is lucky. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more Reddit content.